Hello, and welcome once again to another episode of Third Action. I am your host, Jason, and these are the same three giants that have fallen down a full flight of stairs that were here last week. In the bottom left, we have Asher Ford, Human Ranger, played by Charlotte.
Hello, I'm distracted by Will's glasses,
Jeez,
which are
what the
blinking
hell?
at me.
In the bottom middle, we have straight out of the future, Will playing Greshy Ironroot Dwarven Druid and his dog Phelan too.
Greshy's gone to the future and has now come back.
Is that just a
With
modification on your existing shutter shades?
These are actually different shades.
Oh god.
Because my
All right.
girlfriend hates herself and loves me.
Aw.
And in the bottom right, we have Gunn Shough, Champion of Erastil, played by Adam.
Evening, everybody.
Significantly less futuristic.
Mhm.
Living
and
in the
today,
On
present.
the outside.
Oh no.
Come on.
All right. Last time on Third Action, our group of intrepid adventurers continued their journeys throughout the countryside. You made your way through farmy territories, ran across some ogres doing some farm looting. You found a big camp that some giants had used before. You saw some crows that you thought were kind of odd, and continued your journey otherwise north. Eventually, you decided to part ways with Gargan, the stone giant that you had forced to guide you to the north, and decided to take flight back Phantom Steeds and Rock. You circled around to the northern side of the Storval Stairs so that you could catch up with, so that you can take the giants there by surprise. And by surprise, you kind of did. The group of you all flew in from the north, did some attacks on a giant, a hill giant that was sat atop the cliffside, and in one fatal shot, Asher managed to knock him off the edge, his body careening down the cliffside. I suppose you would not be able to tell because none of you are over there, but there was a decisive splat on the other side. That hill giant is no more. So
I had a
we're
quick
going to-
check to make sure that he was
Oh yeah, I guess Gunn could
flattened
say since he was close
sufficiently.
enough. Yeah, he's pretty splatted down there on the rocks. So let's go ahead and just jump right into the battle then. I believe we are already in initiative order. We are at the top of round 2. I'm gonna drop the battle music slightly, and let's go. So so the round order is Greshy with 32, the Hill Giants with 28. Asher also has a 28 and goes after them. He is not currently on the map, but he's just off
I
screen
can't see
to the north.
anything.
Yeah, you'll need to use one move action to get down the stairs far enough to see.
Fine.
And then Gunn is last with a 23. So, Greshy, you are up. You are, well, you're not up, you're down. You're face down on the ground. You've fallen from your Phantom Steed and are looking down the stairs.
That didn't quite go as expected, but I suppose that's alright. First action, we'll just go ahead and stand up. Seems reasonable.
Okay,
That'll not
you pop yourself up and dust yourself off a bit.
And then second action will be to extract Phelan from his carrier, his basically my pocket. And third action will be to dismiss the effect and bring him to full size.
Okay, so you pop Phelan out right next to you. He as he's on the ground with all his four paws.
Fabulous. And I suppose Giant's turn next.
Phelan does get an action, right? Even if you don't command him?
He does. I'm not sure what he'd really be doing at this point.
Okay, you can just wait for him.
I mean, it's his free action at the end of the turn. It's he's probably waiting for me to give him some sort of command.
Okay, so all right, with that, to the south, the horn was already sounded by the first giant that had been taken out, and there's sounds of other hill giants. So you guys wouldn't know what hill giants are, but I'm saying it just because I guess maybe you've seen a hill giant before. You saw one hill giant before. I don't know if you know anything about them. I won't explain unless you remember or you
Sounds
do
like
knowledge checks.
the name is not much of a spoiler.
No, not really. They are tan-looking giants. They're different from stone giants, more fleshy. Okay, so let's see. Okay, so one of these stone giants is going to charge out and start looking around to see where this trouble is even coming from. He looks down to the south, trying to see if there's any intruders coming from that way. You see him kind of idly pick up a boulder and get ready to throw it. He doesn't see anything. He'll do another search. This time he has the sense to turn back and look up, and sees up at the top of the stairs Greshy and Phelan. You're away up there, but that is... Sorry, yeah? We're good.
How much of a height difference is it from
to
where he is on the stairs?
Pretty big height difference. Like, each of these stairs is a good, like, 5 feet, probably. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we said something like it's actually like 5 feet over, but 10 feet up on the stairs.
Yeah, something
sure
like
that's
that.
right.
Yeah, they're basically
They're pretty big stairs.
they're pretty big stairs. It's a pretty steep slope.
So if every
he can
5 feet
see
over
you,
was-
but it is quite a ways. He calls out to the other giants, in your tune, intruders up the stairs. The other giants all come running out. Let's see, there's giant 1 over here. I'll call him giant 2. He rushes out, looks up, sees Greshy, and is going to throw a boulder all the way up. Let's see, there'll be an attack roll. Help if I have
So
there.
that's 300 feet he's thrown that boulder.
Yep, he will take some
That's like-
penalties. That is not the ideal range to throw a boulder.
Especially with most of that being up.
Let's see. Okay. Whoa. He is a strong boy, but that natural number that's not quite a 1 is not going to hit. The rock hits the stairs right in front of Greshy and comes tumbling down to the landing. What is that, like 30 feet down? 40 feet down. He will then pick up and hurl another boulder with his third action. And do another check. That one's better. Minus for range, and minus for that. And what's his actual attack roll? Oh, okay. 25 to hit. Greshy.
Does
Couldn't
not
hear
hit.
you.
Does not hit. Okay. The boulder then just kind of slams down in front of you, cracks on the pavement there. A third giant comes stumbling out. This one, it took him 2 actions to get over here, so he will just get to throw 1 boulder. Chucks it up towards Phelan. And what am I rolling here? I can roll here. Aha. 23 to hit Phelan.
Does not hit.
Does not hit. Okay. That boulder then just kind of tumbles down the stairs a bit. A 4th giant comes running out. And we'll also try and throw a boulder. Woof. That is 30 to hit. Phelan.
To hit Phelan? Does not hit.
Does not hit. Okay. Again, another
by one.
boulder comes rolling down. He's got more movement, so he will move a bit further out. And another giant comes stumbling out from the right-hand side. And will also lift up a boulder and chuck it as far as he can towards Phelan. Again, I'll do that. I will roll here if that's easier. That's a natural one. The boulder goes flying wildly off course and smashes into the wall and is gone. All right, Asher, your turn.
It's me. All right, well, I'm going to move onto the map so I can see anything at all.
Okay. Whoops. Layer, token layer. There we go. Great, you come charging out onto the field from where you were. You can pick any of the squares up on this landing. So either this row or this row. So any of the first two rows, you can pick any of those squares.
Let's see. I can't even see far enough. There we go. Alright, I'm fine here. I'm happy here. So I move for one act. It's one action to move, right?
Yeah, it's just one action to get that far.
I see the giants. I'm gonna hunt prey the one that's most in front. Doesn't have a little letter, but this guy here.
I think he does. I think it's just very tiny. It's a number 2.
Oh wait, yes, it is a number 2. Okay, I hunt number 2.
Okay.
The bendy down guy.
I'll mark him with an orange. Oh, maybe orange is not. Green dot. Can you see green dot? We'll do green dot.
Green.
There, I see green dot. Alright, and I'm gonna... I think I can hunted strike. It doesn't say it has to be like the first turn.
Nope. Yeah, it can be any of your actions.
Hunted a shot. Alright, so we'll go 1...
Alright, you pull back.
Oh, the
loose
volley.
arrows.
The volley.
The volley. Okay. Let's see. A natural
you've rolled
one
them
for the
secretly,
second.
but
Oh no. Well, it's a natural one for the second one, so that doesn't matter, and a 31 for the first. Let me unsecret myself.
the 31 will hit. The natural one will miss.
That's okay. All right, and I also learned that I've been doing my my extra hunt prey damage is now a 2d8 instead of a 1d8.
Oh,
It changes
nice.
at level 11. So I learned that today. So let's do
Well,
damage.
you correct your shots a little bit.
I was today years old.
I was today years old. Let's do that too. Okay. 24 plus 9, 33 damage.
Okay, 33 points of damage to number 2. As an arrow goes arcing down the stairs. And foof, and lots of different sound effects go off as your as your arrow hits home. Gunn,
my
your
turn.
turn.
I am going to step up to here. I'm going to try and use my lifting belt to lift one of these boulders.
Okay. Yeah.
Am I able to do that?
Yeah, sure. You reach over.
Okay.
You lift up one of the boulders overhead.
Okay. I think technically that's my whole turn because that's a 2 action with the lifting belt interaction.
Okay. Yep. All right. You have it on in hand then.
And Rock is going to wait here since we haven't been seen yet.
All right. So you lie in wait at the top of the cliffside, looking over the stairs. Boulder.
No, I'm
just
not looking over
overhead.
yet.
Oh,
Well, I mean, I guess
you can see some.
they,
of the
yeah, they
stairs.
probably could. They could probably see me because I don't want to be moving to throw it.
Sure, yeah. Okay. Greshy, top of the round. Your turn.
So your interpretation of this, can I cast haste on Phelan?
What's the concern?
I mean, he only gains
Oh,
actions
that
because
he's
I give him actions. So it's ambiguous. I think general consensus is probably no, but it's hard. It's not well defined. So,
Even if you could.
So he gets the quicken condition and he can use the extra action each round only for Strider Strike. I would allow it, but he has to be commanded to use those extra actions.
Okay, so he doesn't get that as an additional action if I don't give him command that turn.
Correct.
So even if you could, you're probably better off casting it on yourself and then giving him the extra action with the action that you gain.
It's debatable.
Because then you can sometimes use it yourself and sometimes give it to him.
Well, generally, if I'm writing him, I'm not using it at all. Because I won't be striking, and I won't be striding. So
fair enough.
That's why it was more a question of whether I should give it to him, so he can move a bit faster.
Mm-hmm.
But it would allow one action to grant him effectively 3 actions. Or 2 actions to grant him 4.
Yeah, my quick and fast ruling is sure, but yeah, you have to actually command him to get that extra hasted action. Otherwise, he doesn't know what to do with it.
That's fair. Well, let's do that. We're going to go ahead and cast haste on Phelan with our first 2 actions.
Remember, kids, ask your GM before making weird rules decisions.
Well, that's why I asked. That's the right thing to do.
You run your hands through Phelan's mud-encrusted fur, and he gets the speed boost.
He gets going a bit faster. Greshy's third action this round will be to go ahead and mount on Phelan to ride him, and then Phelan. I think I said last round, since he didn't get a command, he wouldn't do anything. I don't know that he would do much this round, except maybe try and get away from rocks. So, with his 40-foot movement, these are stark walls here, correct?
Yes, those are like 10, 20-foot walls. Probably 10-foot walls.
How big are these boulders?
On the side. The boulders themselves are roughly, I don't know, like 8-foot radius. Maybe that's too high.
That's bigger than I thought.
No, that's too big. That's we'll call it a 4-foot radius, so 8-foot diameter. Yeah, that's
okay.
More what
So
I was
just
thinking.
under 10 feet.
Still much bigger than I thought.
I mean,
They're very
giant
big boulders.
Okay, well, Phelan will move forward to try and kind of hide behind what rocks are here, but he can't quite get close enough to really duck under at all.
Okay.
So they may or may not provide cover at all. But that'll be it.
All right. The hill giants at the bottom of the stairs, or at the kind of midpoint of the stairs, they will grunt at each other in Yotun. One of them at the back kind of barking out commands, and they will try and form up a bit. Number 2 in the center will move here. It moves to the center of the stairs, grabs a boulder and chucks it. Whoa, I've done something weird. Chucks it towards Phelan.
Alright.
Goes flying. Let's roll that. That is... what's the distance here? That is a 27 to hit Phelan.
Does not hit.
Does not hit. He will grab a second boulder and throw. Woof. That one instead is... it's even worse. Number 3 will likewise get into position and hurl a boulder up the stairs. Let's roll. It'll go in third too. One of this is a natural 1. One of them is less than Phelan's AC. So Phelan dodges both of those boulders. Crash, crash. And number 1 is going to throw a boulder. Whee! Let's do... They cannot roll at all. It's a 22 and a 29 to hit.
No, still
So
not.
its AC is 30?
Yeah, 31 is his
31.
AC.
Okay. So, yeah. That boulder will miss. He'll move and throw another one. That one also misses. These are all starting to create difficult terrain on the stairs now.
Okay, good to know.
Number 4 will chuck 2 boulders. Come on, giants, roll better. That one is a 32, and that one
Alright.
is a 23. That'll miss. So one of those
We got a hit?
will hit. That is
They actually run out of boulders.
18 points of bludgeoning damage
To Phelan, correct?
to Phelan. Yes.
All right.
It's 2 more
Phelan's
boulders.
in a castle of boulders now.
This is now his home. He has decided the boulders for a good cave.
Yeah, some of them are kind of tumbling back down the stairs as they do. And I guess number 5 is the last one. He will move a little bit and chuck 2 more boulders up. 1 and 5. I keep hitting my scroll wheel instead of further.
Look, that one didn't go too far.
2. That one's a 31.
Yes.
That one's a 24. So one of those hits for 15 points of bludgeoning damage. As 2 more boulders go flying up at Greshy and Phelan.
Throwing things up the cliff is hard.
Yes.
It is.
Good thing we came from this side.
Asher, you're up.
Does it take an action to keep, like, to look behind me? Like, can I just do that at the end of my turn, or does it take an action?
Oh, just to look back. You can always look back behind you. Yeah.
Okay, I just want to make sure before I...
If you're trying to like seek something, if you're like looking for something in particular, that would be like an actual action as a perception check. But
Okay.
you can just generally like turn your head and look back and
Yeah, this is more like making sure no one's gonna sneak up behind me and put a boulder on my head
oh sure.
Probably a good
from
catch.
behind.
Yeah, you guys flew in from the north side. You didn't run across any giants on your way down to this part of the stairs
Cool. Alright, in that case,
because the stairs keep continuing north beyond this where the map edge is.
And no one is there. Well, who knows? They can come rolling down. You never know. So I'm gonna try an Eldritch Shot in that case, which takes my whole turn, but try and use Acid Splash on 2.
Okay,
There's
the one that you've
a bunch of
targeted.
things around. Let's see if I hit. I probably do with a 38.
Yeah, 38 will hit, and that is a critical.
Oh my god, it's so much math when I do this. Okay. Let's start small.
Aw, shucks.
1, 2, let's just throw them all out there.
I can do the adding. So 23 plus 8
Okay.
plus 16 plus 6
It has
plus another
Deadly
21.
is a D10.
I'm getting 74 off of that.
Yeah, that's what I have as well. Plus another 7 from, is that deadly?
Yeah, and
So I've got 81
now
points.
I have to go to the acid splash.
Yep. So it's 81 points of damage from the arrow that strikes the hill giant right in the forehead.
Good for my arrow. Let's see. Well, I can just hit this, I think. 7.
Does it do
Acid
anything
damage.
on...
It Plus 2 splash damage on a crit success. The target also takes 3 persistent acid damage.
Okay, so they take 7 additional acid, and then they are stuck with 3 persistent acid.
And there's 2 splash.
Yeah, that's an all.
And then 2 splash acid, which affects the target and everyone around it. So 2 to the target, and 2 to the giant behind it. Okay, so the acid splashes onto the giants around it in a massive swoosh. It corrodes their skin. You hear the hissing sounds from far away. And you can see the little wisps of smoke rise. I guess they wouldn't rise up through. They're inside of a building, so you can't quite. It won't go up that high, but. All right, good shot.
Also, there's more.
Oh shit, there's more.
So.
Right.
1d10 persistent fire damage rolled at the end of
His
enemy
turn. Yep.
And the slow check.
Oh right, and he
And
needs
a
to do
slow
fortitude
check. A DC
Yeah, it's a DC.
24.
Probably shouldn't have
Then
an
we're
issue.
done.
but-
On fortitude, he got a 35. He's fine.
He's fine.
Okay.
Cool.
All right,
That's
so he's on
finally
fire.
it.
His skin is burning away, and Gunn, it's your turn.
I'm going to throw this rock down at him. I'm going to throw
Okay.
2 rocks down at him. One of them is not like the others. So
Things just like the others.
on the first one, so it says the object still has its full weight and bulk for all other purposes. You just ignore that weight. So I'm throwing this huge boulder as if it were weightless down 200 feet over to hit number 2 here.
Okay, just make a
See how they, like,
melee attack
tasted
like you
their
were
own
using
game?
your sword. And it'll just be, because this is improvised weapon, I believe that's just a -4.
Okay.
Is that true? Improvised weapons.
Can do
Oh,
that.
-2 for improvised.
Even better.
That makes it only a 29, but
29 will hit though. Smashes into him and deals. Where's why did I go off of this thing? What's your strength modifier?
5.
5. Okay. So we'll call that.
The fall will add a lot more than.
Yeah, oops.
I mean, yeah.
Okay, the rock smashes into him.
Theoretically, the boulder itself takes like 150 damage from falling that far.
Sorry, I'm just thinking in my head.
He's drinking
So-
the math.
Yeah, the boulder falls, smashes on his poor ogre head, or hill giant head, fuck. And his head splats as he is crushed by the boulder. He is dead.
Okay. That worked pretty well. Maybe I should do it again. No, I think that was mostly the like flaming, fiery, frosty explosion.
He was slowly melting.
I'm going to
Squished.
climb onto rock
Sure,
and be like, all right, bud, here we go. And we are going to dive. Execute his dive attack.
Ooh.
We'll end up right here.
Okay, so you mount with your second action, third action command. He dives down off the. I guess, yeah, he falls off the ledge and just dives down to attack this hill giant. Go ahead and make the attack.
And we can make it only because it's down. So you get like double move, right? When going straight down, pretty much.
Yeah. Oh, well, I think it's just normal move straight down, right?
I thought it was half when climbing and double when descending with fly.
Oh, that might be true.
But yeah, that's
Let me look.
because we
fly. basically.
Otherwise, it's
Yeah, you can move straight down double.
okay. Then I have enough. I should have enough move to get there.
Okay.
In one
yeah,
go.
you fly down towards number 3
Well, one double
and
move.
strike. 30 will hit. Roll damage for Rock's talons.
All right.
I can't make
He has 15 points of slashing damage.
sense. 15 points of slashing.
Mhm.
All
And
right.
that's the end of my turn.
Top of the round. Greshy, you're up.
All right, to start with, Greshy is going to tell Phelan to get us closer. And so
Okay.
Phelan's going to start clambering over rocks to get over there. Long jump rules. But he'd be
So-
falling, wouldn't he? Because of the steepness of the decline.
He
there.
takes some damage from the fall, yeah, but since it is a pretty steep incline. But yeah, he just need to get 10 feet of movement, which he kind of has, and then do a long jump.
We'll just have him clamber over rocks to get through there. It's
Okay.
a difficult terrain, eh?
Yeah, it'll be difficult terrain to get past all the broken
Alright,
chunks of
so-
rock around you.
Basically, it'll be 80 feet of movement to get to there, and then he should be able to get to there total. Dude. Phelan
Okay.
scrambles over the rocks.
Scrambles over the rocks down to the landing, and then continues further down the stairs, charging at your behest.
Let's see, how close are we to creatures? Fortunately, not as close as I'd like. So, Greshy will pat Phelan on the back and let him know that he's a very good boy, and we'll spend one action to give him a little heal. So he regains 30 points, which I think actually puts him back close to full. Yeah, almost full. And with his third action, Greshy will pull a wand. Specifically, he will pull the lightning wand out from a pocket.
All right. You pull out the crackling lightning wand. The giant's turns. And you've gotten close. Let's see. Number 3 will back up a step and throw a mighty punch in at Rock's direction. That is a 23 to hit. The first attack.
Does not hit. Oh,
That
for
does
rock?
not hit.
Oh, sorry, that's Rock.
Nope. So Rock's AC with his barding is actually really good. It's the same as mine. It's 32.
32. Okay. So first attack won't hit. Second attack will hit. Third attack. That's agile. What did you say it was? 32?
32.
Okay, the third attack will miss. So just one of those hits, so 9 points of bludgeoning damage to Rock. Another giant will let's see. Giants 4 and 5. We'll start. We'll kind of run around you two toward up the stairs. Go charging up the stairs. As number 1 will circle around to above you on the stairway and will strike at Rock as well. He'll pull out his great club and swing as he's doing so. That'll be 32 to hit, which should hit.
Yep.
That'll be 21 points of bludgeoning damage to Rock.
Okay.
Just a reminder, you can take your reaction on those if you want.
Yes. Oh, that's right. He's an ally who's not me. I will do that. Hey, we'll reduce that by I think it's 13.
Kind and generous, DM.
Thank you. for the
I'm
reminder.
so incredibly.
This is the first time I've actually
handsome.
gone into battle
with the two of you.
mounted. Yeah.
Now I don't remember how much damage I just told you to take, but
21 minus
21.
13, so that leaves 8. And
Okay.
also he becomes weakened 2.
Weakened to. I'll use the bone. Okay. And the one that was fiery, burny, acidy has his head crushed in, so he's done. Asher, your turn.
Ah! Why are they coming up the stairs?
I wonder.
Ah! Leave me alone!
You see them charge. You see two of the giants charging up the stairs towards you. While
I
two
am
of
a
them
ranged
are
fighter,
dealing
and
with...
I won't have this. That's okay. I'm gonna switch my hunt prey to, I think 4 is the one in front. Yeah.
Yes, 4 is the number in front.
Swap, and I'm gonna do some hunted shooting because I'm like, ugh. Oh, well, the volley will happen.
Always the volley.
Here comes the volley. All right, both 25.
Both are 25. Those will both hit.
Oh, yay!
Oh, nice.
That's good for me. So 5, 4. I just need to put in real quick. Okay.
So that is 19, 5, 15, 4. That's 43 points of mixed damage. to
And
number
does
4.
the hunted prey go twice, or for the hunted shots, is it individual shots? Or is it just the first shot? I lied.
Just
I
the first
remember
shot,
now.
I think.
It's just
Yeah.
the first shot. It's been a little bit. 10.
10
the
points.
first shot.
So 10 points for your precision damage for hitting a hunted prey. Okay. So that was 2 actions. Third.
Ah! I didn't think of a third action. Well, I'm going to. I'm just gonna scoot in the corner. I'll make him move a little bit more to get to me.
Okay, you shuffle over to the western corner of the landing that you're
No
standing on.
flankies.
Gun.
All right. I am going to, since I can occupy all of these squares that Rock is in, right? So I can reach this one number here with a sword attack from here.
Yeah, I believe the way mounted combat works. Here, let me double check it again because I made an error last time. Mounted attacks. You occupy every square of your mount space for the purpose of making your attacks.
Okay. Cool. Then I will go ahead and use my sword twice on this guy. Well, once first. And we get a 39.
39 will crit
If it's
on number
flanked.
1.
Okay. So that will be 18 and 32 together is 40, 50.
All right, 50 points of damage. You do a wide swing that cuts his shins. He grumbles in pain.
And then I'll go after him again because I don't like him. He's coming probably on the Greshy side. A 31.
31 will also hit.
So we'll add another 31 points to that. Oh, and
Alright.
some, I forgot the acid, since I have an acid sword, splashes on from the crit on his armor,
If he has any.
if he has any.
He is just wearing. He's not really wearing. He's got some hide armor.
His armor has some holes in it. Or, his loincloth has holes in it. Either way, not great.
Let me look at his hide armor.
It would
How
take
much-
10 points of acid damage.
To his hide armor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, good. It's not broken.
Okay. Well, So that's 2 actions. Third action, I'm going to command Rock, and he is going to do 1 attack as well, and then fly straight up in our space.
Okay. Make your attack. You're attacking
we
number
should
1
be
as
out of-
well?
Yes.
Okay. So Rock turns and does a beak attack. Tries to peck at number 1. That will hit. Roll damage.
10 points.
10 points of piercing damage to number 1, who's on the stairs behind you. And then Rock flaps his wings and moves up. All right. Round 5. Greshy, your turn.
Greshy has remembered to read some of the special things that he got when he redid some of his class features. Greshy's eyes will spark green as suddenly the energy that starts to flow from his hands grows more intense than normal and reaches out further than expected. All of the creatures nearby will need to make, except for allies, will need to make a will save because Greshy has become something to be feared for all giants. Truly
Sorry,
the
what's
giant
the...
slayer.
What is the range? 30 feet?
It would be 30, but I am going to use a third action to have made it a reach spell. So it will be 60, which would hit all 4 of them.
All right. Just look at that. Yep, 60 is definitely within reach of all of them. Whoop. Okay, some will saves. We'll just start. I'll go top down. 31. That's a success. 33. A crit success.
33
20.
is a crit success?
Yeah, I got a natural 20.
Oh,
28 is a regular failure. 31 is a success.
They have better will than I would have expected.
They all rolled really high.
Sounds like they all rolled like 18, 17.
Yeah.
If natural 20 is 33, yeah.
They're not scared
that's
of you.
unfortunate.
Sorry,
They're a
so
little scared of me, just not super scared of me.
which one got
One
the
of
crit
them's pretty
success?
scared.
Number 5, the second one got a crit success. And number 1 here got a regular failure. Is that right? Yes.
I
The
believe
rest
so.
succeeded. So on success, they're frightened 1.
Mm-hmm.
Let's I'll use this little skull. No, use my ghost. Ghost 1. This one is also... Oh, sorry. I messed that up. The one at the top of the stairs is Ghost 1. The one right in front of you is... He failed, so he is Ghost 2. Frightened 2.
Aye.
And the one at the base of the stairs is Frightened 1. Alright, as lightning echoes off of you, and sonorous thunder shakes the stonework of the steps.
Alright, and so for that, then Phelan will kind of move into position further up, I guess, since they're seeming to go in that direction. No. I think he'd actually have been intending to try and help. God, what just happened? That was weird. Would be trying to flank for Gunn and Rock, so he will actually...
They are currently up in the air now, but...
They are.
Yeah, we're like at the same eye level as you, just about.
Okay. Well, then I suppose he would just start trying to head these two off of the pass if it could be done. But it wouldn't be
Okay.
very quick.
Difficult terrain to go upstairs.
Aye, so they only get 20 feet up.
Okay. The giants. Let's see. So they're shaking in their boots. Number 3 is going to pick up a boulder and I'm gonna say that Gunn had to move back a step because otherwise you would have ran into the ceiling of this building.
Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, I didn't know there was a ceiling there.
The giant will move out of the building and hurl a rock up towards Rock. Whoa! I want to roll with my actual dice. Let's use digital. 28 to hit will not hit. That will just come smashing down. Slam. Crash. It'll pick up and throw another one at Rock. Why am I... No. Bad me. Bad DM. Click the digital dice. There we go. Minus 34 to hit Rock.
That's a hit.
That'll hit.
But I'll go ahead and use the reaction to weaken him as well. But
aren't you out of range now?
Oh, you're right, because that's got to be within 15 feet of the enemy.
So 18 points of bludgeoning damage as that one strikes. 17.
Math.
Okay.
Yeah, 17, sorry. Okay. His frightened one goes down to frightened 0 at the end of his turn. Number 1 is shaken in his boots, is enfeebled and afeared. He's gonna... He will lift and throw this boulder that landed right next to him at Phelan. That will definitely miss with fear and enfeebled. It just comes crashing behind Phelan. It comes tumbling down the stairs a bit. He'll then reach over and throw this other boulder that's beside him for another throw. It's 20. No, 26. No. Okay, no, that's not gonna hit. Yeah, with the fear and enfeebled, the rock falls short. Seems like he's more just trying to scare you off, almost. And his turn will end, and he is at feared 1 and no longer enfeebled. Cool. Numbers 1 and 5. Number 5 is the one who's been kind of bossing them all around. He kind of shoves number 4. Go on, he says in Jotun, and he, all right. He moves up the stairs. Shoop. And once he's up here, he will just kind of sweep with his club and cause a whole bunch of boulders to come falling down towards Greshy and Phelan. I need a reflex save from Phelan.
Oh, that's... We'll keep it. 28.
28. Okay, that is a success, but not a critical success. That'll be... 18 halved, so 9 points of bludgeoning damage as a bunch of boulders
just Phelan?
come. I guess go ahead and roll a reflex save as well. I think.
All right, I do take a -2 for being mounted.
Right.
32. So 30 total with the
okay.
negative.
30 is just a regular success as well, so yes, also 9 points.
All right.
Yeah.
Are those rocks going to go far enough down to hit the other giants that are on the stairs?
Yeah. So a whole swarm of boulders.
Nobody ever said giants were the
down.
smartest.
Boulder party.
Certainly not these hill giants. That one kind of braces himself and gets hit a little bit. Yeah, they both kind of brace themselves and manage to avoid the bulk of the damage. They take some of the damage from the boulders, but not a lot. Shit. Go ahead and do that. No. I've done the thing again. Alright, let's do that. Okay. That was that, and number 5 will charge over towards Phelan and will swing with his own... I think he didn't have his great club out, so he'll draw the great club and swing. He'll do a wide swing to attack both of you. That is a 38 to hit both of you.
Does hit, does not crit either of us.
Okay. 21 points of bludgeoning damage to Phelan and 15 to Greshy.
Okay. 21 for Phelan. Okay. All right.
So yeah, he moves up, draws his club, and hurrah, strikes the two of you. I think that was all of the giants. Asher.
It's me again. No one's come for me. That's nice. I like the part
They got
where that
distracted.
didn't happen. Haha! Now I'll kick the boulders down.
Please don't.
I don't think that's gonna work very well. Poor Greshy. Let's see. Should I acid again? What do I have here? I can't splash Greshy. It's only like a 5-foot splash, right?
If
I
it's a
acid.
large creature, it is 5 feet around the large creature, so it would.
Yeah, it would splash Greshy.
Even
and
if
Phelan.
it's this guy?
Oh, you mean?
Oh,
if
the
it's-
closer
if-
one. No.
Oh no, you're correct.
Yeah, that's my
about that.
hunted.
Sorry,
guy.
I wasn't sure if you were. If you're trying to attack the thing next to Greshy, it would have, but you're
I
fine.
think Greshy's gonna kill this guy. I have full confidence in
I'll
my
appreciate
friend
that.
Greshy. This is actually me like conserving ammo, swapping between doing one shot and like 3. So I will do that on number 4, I think. Try a little acid splash.
Okay, you pull back on the bow. The tip of the arrow lights up with this blob of acid. You fire, getting a critical hit, 35.
Ah, okay.
Roll the base
So
damage
annoyed.
first.
Yeah.
More crits, more crits.
All right, not the best, but that's okay. Plus this.
That's 37 points of base mixed damage.
51.
Fire, frost, and piercing, and then another 14 of precision damage from your hunted prey strike, and another 10. Or sorry, what was the
That's
14?
The deadly.
The 14
Oh,
is the
10 is the
precision.
Or the
deadly.
14 is the
10 is deadly.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, the precision. The 10 is the deadly. You only do that. You don't double that one.
Right.
Acid. Go acid.
And 13 points of acid damage.
I guess it would be. Is it acid? Twice? No, on crit success. Target also
No,
takes
I think
persistent.
acid
Yeah, I don't
splash
think
does
it
not double on
doubles.
crit. It just adds the
Correct.
persistent acid damage.
Cool.
Okay. So he's taking 3 persistent acid. Whoops, that's not acid. 3 persistent acid. He is on fire again. Or this one's on fire now. And he needs to do a fortitude save, which he should be able to succeed. Yes, he succeeds the
he
fortitude
should.
save. He is not frozen.
Good.
Gunn, you're up. Literally.
Okay. So, I think we're going to move out of here. So where I'm headed is right here. How much more up do we need to go? We've already gone 30 feet up to make that.
Not great placement, I'll be honest.
Not very,
Right there?
like maybe 5 feet.
Move where you want to, but that's
Yeah, Greshy, silence. You're not.
No, this is
Unless you're saying
where you
stuff out of in character.
Move where you want to.
This is where I'm headed.
Okay. Yeah, you can.
To flank this guy.
It would only be 5 feet of additional
5
height.
feet up. Okay, then that means that we can do it in one move action of rocks. And then he
Okay.
can do his attack as well.
So yeah, you pull at rocks.
Because he can't do his
Saddle
special double
straps.
move and attack unless he's descending.
Right.
So we needed to have enough movement there. Oh, so 21 for him.
Okay. Yeah, you glide up the stairs and strike at this guy's back leg. That'll be a 23 with
Oh, right.
flanking.
Flanking.
And he's not feared though. That will not hit.
Okay,
Because of
that's okay.
slight
He's still a good boy. He
talon
gave it
swipe.
a good try. but Gunn has 2 more actions to use, so we're going to come in blade swinging here. And how about a 40?
40 is a crit, yeah.
So let's see, that will do 26 and 25 is 51.
51 points of slashing sonic acid damage.
Plus 12 to his armor.
This is not the one whose
Not
armor
the
was hit
same.
before. Nope. Okay.
Not the same one. And I guess,
You break his
Tech-
loincloth. It goes tumbling down the stairs.
yeah, this keeps happening.
Gun!
I'm starting to get an impression of something gone.
Aha!
I mean,
No
Is it-
judgment.
broken or is it melted? It's more like the acid on his skin just melts his clothes off.
Yeah, the
So
acid
it's-
melts. Okay, fine. The acid
it's now
melts
that
through the
kind of-
loincloth, revealing
It's-
all
it's
his secrets for
tantalizingly
the world to
revealed.
bear.
Fantastic.
His
It's now
butt.
that kind of a show.
Isn't it though?
And technically, also, there's the booming sound that might make
yes,
him deafened. And since he's the
right.
leader, I think we'll mention it. So that's
He needs a
DC
fortitude
24.
save. He got a 26.
so he's not deaf.
But he's not deafened by the thunderous roar.
I do get
Area
to-
around you trembles.
I do get to
The
raise
rock
my
comes tumbling
sword
down the
up
stairs.
and hit him with another swing for a 24.
The 24 will
26 with
just
flanking.
hit. Yeah, with flanking. Go ahead, roll damage.
For another 29 points.
29. All right. Good strikes. Round 6, Greshy.
All right. Greshy will instruct Phelan to move a bit and then take this creature down. So Phelan's going to move up to here.
Okay, Phelan
Sure,
charges
the
up the
giant-
stairs a bit.
Does Giant do anything?
Nope.
Okay. And then Phelan will take a chomp at him with his hasted action. 26 with flanking.
26 will hit. Roll damage.
Roll damage. So that is 19 points total of damage.
All right, 19 points of piercing damage as he grabs at the, bites at the giant's arm.
And with his non-hasted action, his regular second action, he will pull the giant down by the arm onto the stairs.
Okay, he pulls the giant who tumbles onto the ground.
And as the giant falls to the ground, he sees Greshy pointing this strange stick with 2 rods pointed at him as it starts to charge and crackle with electricity and blasts through him and should shoot straight down the stairs through this other one as well.
So number 1, yep, okay. Go ahead
Yes.
and roll that.
So
This
that's
is a
like-
reflex save.
It is a reflex save, DC 30. I've never
Okay.
remember.
That's a
I just
critical
imagine
failure
him
from
looking
him.
up and seeing Greshy's gloves.
Yeah, they both critically fail.
That would be 10d6. No, double 5d6.
Yeah, you just roll the.
No, 5d12? 5d12, sorry.
Yeah, for AoEs, you roll once and then just double it.
Aye.
D6, no, D12, much better.
Why is it taking so long to roll the dice? There we go. 32.
just that
So
kind of
64 total points of electricity damage to each of them.
Ooh.
As
The
twin lightning bolts
blast
shift.
of electricity fries both of them. You blast off the head of the one that is just prone there on the ground, and you just blow off the arm of the one at the bottom of the stairs. Both bodies just go tumbling.
Greshy turns to the one up the stairs. Are you next? In Yoto, specifically.
All right, the giant turns. He's on fire and acid, and everything hurts. But he will move up to the top of the stairs, and with the advantage of high ground, use all 9 of my fate points for a wide swing to attack both of you. That is a plus that 42 to hit both Phelan and Greshy.
Crits both of us.
Okay, beautiful. That is that is 40 points of bludgeoning damage to Phelan.
Okay.
And 32 points of bludgeoning damage to Greshy.
And as a reaction, Greshy suddenly bristles and then bursts with electricity as he casts Storm Retribution upon the creature, which is effectively this one.
Okay,
That is
so
not
he
the
has to-
attack that.
That is a reaction when I get crit by a melee attack. If you'd like.
He
I'll show
rolled
you
a
the
19 on his reflex save, which is
So
a
he
critical
takes-
failure.
So he takes double damage, which means he takes 60 points of electricity damage. Ignore the second one. He is clumsy 2 for 1 round, and you'll be taking 12 persistent electricity damage for having dared to mess with Greshy. Ironroot.
Well, having dared to strike, so he does a wide swing with his club. It collides with the two of you, and then just recoils. The club goes flying. His body goes flying. He is dead as his body goes soaring up the stairs.
And then turns
he-
the other one down south and yells in Yotun, "Are you next?"
Oh, nice. What level was that? spell?
It's a focus point spell.
Oh, it's focus. Oh,
Mhm. And its ability I can use as a reaction when I get struck by a critical hit, specifically.
All
that's
right.
really neat. That's really neat. I was-
Asher, you're up. That giant
wasn't
has.
the-
Oh, sorry, that was only one giant.
Mm-hmm.
That wasn't the
Uh,
giant attack that knocks you back when it gets hit, though.
Apparently not.
That's what I thought it was going to be. I thought he was going to whack you off into the air down the stairs.
No, these giants have hill giants have wide swing, which lets them one action attack 2 targets
Ah, okay.
with one attack roll.
Hmm.
Oh, for what it's
Um,
worth, because that was the reaction version of it, it would have also pushed him 10 feet away had he been alive.
Okay, well, in this case, it pushed him like 300 feet away as his body ragdolls off into the sky. And like
Love Skyrim.
flips into a
game
little
physics.
shine. Number 3 is gonna run. He goes running down the stairs.
Can't have that.
Let me actually see where he started from. Confirm the speed.
We're here to set an ambush. Can't have him going and alerting the.
Okay, he goes running down the stairs. Asher.
Oh, I can't even see him. Zoom out.
Yeah, you would not be able to see him, even though you can technically see him through the map. This the building
I know, he's
here
like
kind
all
of
the
gets
way
in the way.
down.
Yeah, there's a building here in the center on this landing. The roof would be blocking your view of where he is now.
Alright, well, I'm just gonna wander down.
Just note that if you move through any spaces with boulders, they are difficult terrain.
Doesn't matter to me, I have wild stride. So I can just wander into them. Alright, well, 2 movements can get me here. Can I see him from here? Or is he
Still
up
not
through the
quite.
building?
No. Yeah,
That's
it's still
okay.
kind of the building and the landing that block your view.
Okay.
Because he's basically down on like the next landing.
I'll chill here. Alright,
Okay.
that's my turn, is wandering around.
Oh yeah, you ignore the effects of non-magical difficult terrain. Nice.
And I think greater difficult just becomes difficult to me.
It's also pretty good.
Yep, that is the case. Gunn, your turn.
Okay. So Rock should be able to fly over the buildings. And is the building taller than where we're at right now? Or
No, you could just fly in a straight line to be over it.
cool. I can get down to about there. I can't move my. Hold on.
Do you want me to move you? I gotcha.
I got it.
Okay.
Just have to do it in 2 chunks. There we go.
Okay, you
So that's
glide
Rock's
over the
2
building.
moves. And then I guess I will go ahead and... If I have 2 actions left, I need 1 to dismount, and so moving would not let me get to him, but it wouldn't let me attack him. So I'll just I'll try and intimidate him further with intimidations check here. There we go.
Okay. That would be a demoralize.
Ooh.
Would
but
you
here
get
it
a
goes.
23?
23.
Okay,
Yeah, we hear
23
points, so.
is not a success. You
Not. This
Yeah,
is not
you-
crucial.
you shout some intimidating words, whatever you want, but the giant is paying attention. He's already plenty scared
Mhm.
and is running. Greshy.
Phelan tells Greshy, or the other way around. Greshy
Whoa.
tells Phelan to go get him. Phelan's talking.
Get
now.
him! You hear in your in your head.
Hmm. Sounds good to me. So Phelan will take off running, and with all 4 of the actions he gets, as Greshy gives him 2, they will get to there. Can't quite tell. Am I there? 1 more down. There. Unfortunately, I
I
don't
think
really
one more.
have.
Yeah.
Think one more.
there. Yeah.
Okay. So let's see.
Sven goes
It's
charging
35
through the
feet.
building and down the stairs a bit. The giant is still a good 30 feet away. 35.
35 feet away, unfortunately. So
Did I still fail to put Pathfinder? Oh, no, I didn't. Okay.
yeah, I don't have anything I can quite cast at this distance. So I suppose we'll spend another focus point to. No, we'll just go ahead and waste the last action for Greshy's turn itself. Actually, can I make an intimidation check?
Sure. What do you say?
Hmm.
You can roll it
What do
first.
I
You,
say?
you don't have to say anything. You
Oh,
can
no,
roll.
I want to think about it. I don't know. There's a part of me that just wants to yell at him, just screaming as we're charging down a mountain, like dwarf charged with electricity riding a giant dog, screaming at him.
Sure.
Intimidation. See how that does. Not great. That's a 15.
Okay. Yeah, you're trying to sound
Oh.
intimidating, but you're just catching a lot of air in your mouth. A bug flies in. You cough a
I
bit.
work on this later. We're
So much that.
like the situation alone should demands better of us.
Oh well, what can you do?
All right. It's the giant's turn. Oh yes, thank you, W Chelsea 9654. I do want to become
Yay.
famous. I will definitely
got
go
it,
to your
Barney.
Russian website. Sorry, that's chat spam. All right, giant's turn. He's gonna keep running.
Leads to this other website.
He keeps running down to the bottom of the stairs. Asher.
I can,
I am
Gunn
also
is
running.
roboting.
Uh-oh. Yeah.
yeah, I told you that.
Oh. We're only getting every other, well, not even every other word of.
All right, let me get the
Lost
chat
It's
up.
frozen.
time.
Maybe it'll catch up. Okay, yeah, Asher goes running down the stairs as well.
I did it. That was my turn.
All right, Gunn. Well,
I can hear fine.
okay. If
Possible.
we can only sort of hear you, so you might have to repeat.
It's gonna be straightforward.
All right.
Can you type it in?
Yeah, maybe type it in the chat. We're losing too many words. Or just do it.
Oh yeah, just wrong.
That's a 120-foot move.
Okay. Oh, that's oh, sorry.
Yeah, he's set when we're going down the stairs.
I'm gonna assume that meant you're flying down the stairs. Go for it. We're getting like one word now.
It's like a syllable.
Oh no, he's derezzed. I love internet.
He was doing well for a while.
Remember to drink water, everyone.
Oh, I've not been drinking water.
Beautiful water.
That's not what I have in my cup. So I will
That's
drink real
definitely
water.
what I'm drinking.
Oh,
as well.
I mean, drink whatever gets you thirst quenched.
Gives me power.
I am drinking Surge.
No, I
they
have my
still make
little kitty
Surge?
No. No.
Okay.
It's
Where
weird.
did you find it?
So,
Ancient
Amaz-
Surge.
Amazon actually had some that was like they remade it for a bit, but you could only get it through Amazon back in like 2016 or 2015 or something. I had some. At some
Oh.
point.
Oh, it's
Okay,
old.
am I back?
It looks like he moved.
Hello.
Yeah, it sounds like you're
Yep.
back.
All right.
Video's not
Your
back.
video's not
That's
back,
fine.
but you got
Well,
audio.
I can move there and do a full attack load, I think.
Okay, yeah,
So-
sounds about right. Because
Um,
you do a dive.
Yeah, because we're diving.
Okay.
So that means we get where does it go? Talon's attack for a 37 from Rock.
That'll hit, but not crit.
Okay. For 12 points.
12 points of piercing.
And then we're going to get 2 attacks from Gunn. So we got a sword swing. Oh.
24 will
It's
just
edge.
barely hit.
You have another reroll if you want it.
Wait,
I mean, you've got your hero
Interesting.
point.
okay. So if a 24 hits but a 37 doesn't crit, then I'm confused. Is one of
Oh,
those-
sorry, you're right. I was thinking it was a 38 was needed. No, that should have been a crit.
Okay, I'll
you-
roll Rock's damage
It's like
again.
doubling the 4.
Yeah, I was doubling the 4 and adding 10. I don't know why.
Okay.
There's a okay, so Rock has another
Confused,
19
I was like, wait
points.
a minute.
No, that
Rock
was
has rolled
like,
max damage on his second.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
yeah, Rock.
There we go. It's possible I was doing
Yeah.
that elsewhere in the fight too. I think at some point I
I
was
don't
like,
think-
yes, 38.
I don't think I've seen anything else that's not consistent.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd say
Maybe it was
that
just
otherwise.
there. I don't know.
And so
That's fine.
and then Gunn's first attack has 27 points.
27 points.
So yeah, we go in and slash, and then the other way, slash backhand for 28
That'll also hit.
for 28.
28 points of slashing. Okay, the giant is pretty badly injured after Gunn did his like laggy charge up attack. Round
Just
8.
paused the place to charge it up before he got to there.
Use the leg
Use
pedal.
nature's energy.
It was one of those like zoom in cutscenes where like Gunn says something and like it's really close to his face and he does like a cool sword spin in the air and Rock does like a couple of flips and then they like dive together.
No. This guy's hacking. We're like he was right over here and then he teleported. Shot him from
That's-
behind the corner.
That sounds about right, unfortunately. So
Okay, Greshy
Greshy
comes
will
charging down the stairs as
urge
well.
Phelan forward, and so Phelan will take 3 actions total, including his quickened action to get to where he's at now, which is close to the bottom of the stairs, a little bit not quite within range of the giant, unfortunately. And Greshy's going to charge up some more electricity and burst forth with both hands at the giant as he casts Tempest Surge again. The giant needs to make a reflex DC 13.
Okay.
Throw.
Reflex DC 13. Got a 28.
30.
Oh, 30. Sorry, 28 is
Oh,
failure.
Greshy.
Failure, but not a critical failure.
Not a crit failure.
He takes 30 electric damage and 6 persistent damage.
30 points of electric, 6 persistent electric.
Aye.
Do I have a little thunderbolt?
Oh, and
Yeah,
he's
sure.
clumsy too for 1 round.
All right.
Well, clumsy.
Just because.
Clumsy 2. Clumsy is dexterity.
It sounds right.
I
Clumsy.
believe clumsy is dexterity. Yeah. Okay.
You take a status penalty to dex checks, yes, including AC.
Yep. Okay. The giant's turn. I can't get away. He grumbles in your tune and will turn and I guess he'll step up the stairs to here with his first action, and then take a wide swing with his great club to Rock and Phelan.
Well, if he can hit Rock and Phelan, then he can also hit Gunn and... Or is it only
He
two
can only pick
targets?
2 targets at once.
Okay, fair enough.
That is a 34 to hit.
Those hit.
It's Phelan as well, or Rock as well. I see you've
Oh,
got a
it's
finger.
both pets? I was going to
Yes,
say,
both pets.
I should be able to... Yeah, that hits Rock as well.
Okay.
We should be able to reduce it, though. So I'll use my reaction.
On Rock.
In fact, does that count as an AoE attack? I can...
Not quite. Well, sorry, what's the...
Sort of.
what's the
The ability that I got at level 11 lets me use that on all the targets of an attack. But it's reduced by 3. So instead of reducing it by 13, it would reduce it by 10 for both of
oh,
them.
interesting.
But only... Is it on an AoE or is it on
So let me
anything that targets more than...
I'm trying to find it real quick to
if
check.
you remember the
It is
name
called-
of it.
It is Exalt. You protect multiple allies. You can apply the resistance granted by Glimpse of Redemption to yourself and all allies within 15 feet of you, including the triggering ally, except the resistance is reduced by 2 for all. So actually it becomes 11. Yes, it does
yeah,
not-
you just extend it to everyone for that for that action. Yep. So yeah, you can do
So-
that if you want.
I will do that. We'll do the AoE version of that. I think
Okay.
everybody's within
So 10 less for both Phelan and Rock.
11 less.
Right.
11
11
less.
less. So it's 20 points of damage minus 11. That'd be 9 points to the 2 of them. And he's enfeebled 2 as a result.
Mhm.
2. And he's clumsy 2.
Maybe you should have kept running there, huh?
Well, I guess
Wouldn't have
all
helped.
he's got left to do is do another wide swing. I'll use my 1 point, my 1 omen point. Let's pray. And this one's going to strike at...
Greshy has been mouthy as all hell, if that means anything.
Nah, both mount still. Because he'd like to get away from the 2 of you. That is... -2 from that, minus 5 for that, minus... Am I missing any more minuses? Oh, that should have been another minus, okay. Yeah, it's a 26, it's not gonna hit.
Nope.
Okay, yeah, he does kind of another stumbling swing, misses the 2 pets, and then takes another 6 points of lightning damage. And I'll roll d20 for that. He got a 12, so he's still shocked. Asher.
It's me. Can I see him finally?
Yes, you can see him from where you are. We got another fool's luck and an omen.
Okay.
Chat.
Alright. I'll hunt prey him. The old HP. 'Cause I don't think I've done that. And I'm just gonna strike normally.
Okay.
With a bow. For 33.
33 will hit. Roll damage.
Okay. Finally, normal damage. Plus a.
So your shot arcs over your allies and lands right into the giant's neck as he's turning again to run. And this time he tumbles down the last remaining steps into the dusty earth. And that is combat.
Well,
And for the
That's
stats,
could've gone
nerds,
worse, I
that
suppose.
was 33 points of damage.
I think that went
Shot.
quite well.
I'm
We
gonna
should try to
not
get
go
these-
down the stairs because I don't want to go back up the stairs. Always here.
We should try to get these two off the stairs, off the road.
I guess Asher might shout that down to the others. Or are you just...
Before
These are big stairs.
Any other giants come along?
Right.
That'd be the first thing I said.
I'll ask Phelan to start dragging this giant back up the stairs, I suppose.
I'll
Okay.
say, Rock, can we get the other one? Can we fly with it? Can we carry it? Or can you carry it if I hop off? I asked him.
Rock will kind of lean down for you to dismount,
Climb off.
understanding your question for the most part, and will fly off. How's that delayed? Why am I desync now? There we go. We'll fly over and grab that body. I can't. And where do you want him to fly it to?
Probably in one of these buildings. Or like
Okay.
Pile the
he can
boulders
put it.
in
He can
front
put
of
it out
them.
front or in the back here-ish, and we can move it. Yeah, and we'll put.
Yeah, he'll fly it inside
boulders
and place it over by the rest of the bodies piled up with the boulders.
Should we put them in like this corner and then put boulders in front of the corner?
That works.
Actually, that would
Hide
work quite
them.
fine.
Give them a little tune.
So you guys,
And,
so
and maybe
you
Greshy can
decide
take
to-
the decanter and wash the blood off the stairs.
The murder
that-
scene.
I mean, I suppose I could. I just don't know how. So, I guess the bigger question is I have the ability to block the stairs to a degree today. What is the best way for me to do that, do you think?
Do we want to block the stairs, or do we want to? Might be better to wait for the giants to come up, like whoever we're expecting to come here, and then block them in from behind.
That sounds dangerous. Like, severely dangerous. I get what you're saying, but unless they arrive tomorrow, that sounds like suicide. And even if they arrive tomorrow, that sounds dangerous then.
In what way?
In the way that I expend a decent amount of resources,
Ah, I see what you're saying.
and even so, this was just, what, 5 or 6 giants, really?
Mm-hmm.
Imagine what happens when 12 or more show up at once. We can pull them together to do certain things to a degree, but the moment that we're fighting 3-on-1 or 4-on-1, where
Mm-hmm.
people are falling.
Well, I was hoping we could use all these boulders to just, like, instantly crush them from above.
I was thinking that, and I like where your head's at. I just don't know if they're going to be quite enough.
As they come up the steps, stone wall from behind, boulder slide from the front.
It's a
Do
thought.
boulders do that much?
And then whatever fireballs you have left
Nope.
for, okay. For good measure.
I mean, fair, but nope. What was that, Asher?
I don't know if this is even in character. I'm like, I've been hit by boulders before. Are we trying to like velocity them all the way down? Like
I
as
think that's
fast
the
as
idea.
possible?
If we got enough of them stacked up at the top and then
And release.
pulled out the supports and released them.
I think we do a bit of damage and we weaken them, which would make it easier. I'm still not sure that makes it overall less dangerous for us. That makes any sense. Plus, how do we make sure that we're not crushing innocent people who are in bags that they're carrying?
Oh God.
Good point.
I didn't even think about the people getting mashed up.
Just a thought that, I mean, we could pick them out after the fact, but I feel like that defeats the purpose of trying to rescue them.
Like
Mhm.
little
So-
potatoes.
And it would be very costly to try and bring them back. And plus, I think the only spell I know to do that would make them into something else, possibly a Shuni. I'm not sure. I haven't figured out how that works exactly. So,
Right.
unless we wanted, I mean, we could have a town full of Shunies. I would be fine with that. They seem
Ooh, send
very
them to the
pleasant.
werewolf town.
No, we'd have to rename the town to like Pugsville.
Pugsville, perhaps. Well, regardless, I think crushing them, as I like the idea. I was trying to figure out a way to make that work, but I think we're going to kill too many
Hmm.
Yeah.
innocents.
If
with
they have
that
if they're
plan.
carrying the bags, we could potentially still set it up. If we can spot them and see, for instance, the group that arrives might not be carrying bags.
I have a thought, and hear me out.
Mhm.
If we let them get back to camp, to the fortress, to Jorgenfist, I doubt they're going to kill the captives right away.
Hmm.
I highly doubt that they're going to some sort of pit of lava that they're just tossing bags into or something.
Granted.
I'm sure they're going to have them captured someplace, possibly freeable. We could try sneaking in and getting them out. Downside, of course, is that we're allowing them to reinforce with the extra soldiers, but
And once they come through here and they find that their troops have been defeated, they will be on their guard.
Write a sign in Yotun that's like, went
Gone to
out
lunch.
for snacks. Yeah.
gone fishing.
Make sure to walk through and not look anywhere.
Don't look at the pile of rocks over here. I mean, you're not wrong. They're going to know something's fishy, but I don't think that's going to make the captives more in danger. If that
Also,
makes
There's
sense.
it's
also a chance they've
possible that
already been through here.
Gargan catches up. Can you tell, Asher? Can you tell for sure?
Let me
that's a good
see if I
question.
can tell. I'm gonna sniff around to see if I can tell
Just
anything.
Asher on the ground with his nose.
Sure. Give
Just
me
like
a
dragging.
give me a survival check to track.
Maybe-
I guess.
Maybe
I'm
I
gonna
can
use
make
my
an
fate
assistance.
points to survival.
Okay, you got 5 points.
That's my turn. Do you want to
Add those
assist?
in.
Can I roll to assist with survival?
Sure. Yeah. You can.
Assisting
Yeah.
is 22.
22. Okay. Go and roll the survival check as well.
Oh hell yeah!
Ooh,
37 plus. I think I had 5.
Yeah, you had 5. Correct.
42 plus whatever.
Versus.
Possibly 1. So 43, possibly.
yeah, 42 or 43.
Asher knows exactly where they're at.
Well, I
Smell
mean,
them.
He just turns and looks over and he's like, "Oh, they're over there in the forest."
There they are.
We
So
did
the
work-
two of you looking around for clues, make your way around the building area of the stairs fortress room. I don't know what this is really called.
Mhm.
You do some checking. You find, obviously, these hill giants have been here for some time. There's all the supplies and amenities they would need to be here for weeks, if not months. Checking the stairs themselves, you find signs of lots and lots of foot traffic, both up and down the stairs. A lot of it is in individual groups, or like in smaller groups, but there has been at least one large group passing through here, if not multiple. It's with so many large footprints, it's hard to get a good sense of how recent things are, but there certainly is a set of a group of, maybe your guess is maybe 4 or 5 stone giants, probably passed through here maybe a day ago, going up the stairs.
Okay. Well, at least one group, I think.
Mm.
And it looks like
Stay.
they had some, they were carrying something, as there are like drag marks in the dust, or in the dirt. in
These
various
poor
spots.
people are getting dragged up these stairs, knocked around.
Or maybe the big rock they stole.
Oh, or the big rock. That poor rock. Yeah. Well, at least one group.
Okay.
It is hard to tell, though, if...
We were on the trail of a group that was expected to arrive here today.
So either we need to set something up right now, or we need to get the hell out of here.
You just started roboting real bad.
Oh, well, that's unfortunate.
We still understood you.
Sorry for giving you that, passing that to you.
the curse.
You got it?
Nope.
No.
Nope,
Oh,
not yet.
Cool, great. Hang on.
The internet is not feeling well today.
It's not the internet, it's my computer being shitey.
Greshy is still crackling a bit with electricity. He hasn't had to expel that much electricity in some time, and the residual effects are affecting his voice a bit.
He's giving
Maybe
everyone
we
a little
can-
static shock.
Did Asher's horse still survive?
My horse? Oh no,
Phantom
I think
Steed?
it's dead.
The
It
Phantom
poofed.
Steed had disappeared, yeah. As did Greshy's.
I can go down in the woods and run around for a while as like a deer or something if you want.
That might work. We could try and see if they're coming.
Yeah, I could try and do that. I have a good hour of doing that. And I'm pretty fast when I do it. Fast.
Sounds like we're still a day behind at least one group of stone giants carrying the big stone.
Or something.
We moved pretty quick to get this far. I guess our best two options would be, number one, camp here, like wait here, ambush this group that's coming back, and then camp here tonight. And go onward tomorrow with more, because we can't really get all that far without. No, we can. We can travel at our normal speed without the Phantom Steeds.
Mm-hmm.
You've been traveling
So I
for
guess we
about
have-
4 hours today, I think. So you got
Yeah.
4 hours left of travel.
So we can wait here, attempt to ambush the group that's coming back, and then camp and fly on tomorrow. Or we can travel today further on land in order to try and gain ground on the other group.
I have a question. So I have two questions actually. An A and a B part. How do we know that there's a group that's behind us?
We saw their yesterday we found their campsite and said that they were here until
yeah.
this morning.
My roll
So
wasn't
they were
very
about-
good on that.
They were about a half a day to a day ahead of us, and we should have bypassed them by flying really very fast.
'Cause I'm like, if we're not ultimately super sure, which I don't, out of character, I don't think my roll was enough to be super sure. There's a chance that if we camp here, they don't show up. How long would you want to stay here without someone showing up?
Just
To
the
call
one
it.
night.
Okay, just the one night. That's reasonable. Resting is always good.
I think we can slow them down a bit. And that might be worth doing
Mhm.
if we wanted to continue onward.
It
if
will
we can
limit
rig a
their
trap-
numbers when we
Mhm.
go back.
If we rig a trap of some sort, say we set up a bunch of boulders just above a wall of stone, they break through the wall of stone because they can't really reasonably climb over it, especially if it's at, say, a steep angle. So they need to break it. So they break it, and suddenly boulders start pouring through and start damaging and causing problems. They still have to finish breaking the wall after that. That may delay them enough time that they won't get nearly as far today as they might want to. Perhaps some other things we can do to make the plan that would delay them. That would allow us, and that can reasonably done quickly before we continue on to try and
That's
catch
a-
up with.
That would be a pretty good way to set it up for if we went the ambush route as well, because they likely wouldn't be carrying sacks full of people while attempting to break the wall,
Right.
as that would make it much more difficult.
But I don't know. Again, I'm not sure how well we'll fare against 12 of them at once.
Do
Today.
we think there's 12 of them?
Well, you said yesterday there could be as many as 12. There were a lot in that camp.
Yeah, the camp was quite large.
I'm also worried about those 12 coming on us from behind if they press to get home, or if they just move faster than our land speed.
Perhaps. Our land speed's pretty quick, though. We're moving fairly quick along. Especially without our giant friend slowing us down a wee bit.
I'm a horse.
Asher's a horse.
I'm a quick
Phelan's
horse
pretty
without a
quick,
horse.
And you've got Rock to fly on now. We're moving we could probably go another approximately 16 miles today.
Wow.
Approximately. And if we did, the giants, especially with the delay, especially with how much more they had to get as far as here, I don't think they're going to catch up to us. But I don't know. I don't know. So, it's a risk.
I can
But
also
I'd
run
rather
around
not.
in the woods. Oh, yeah.
I'd just rather not throw us all into danger unnecessarily.
It is kind of a gamble. Either way is a gamble. I don't think staying one night is unreasonable, but it's not a 100% chance that anyone's coming through here. They may have gone through already, the important ones. They may not. One night I don't think is bad if we were to do that.
Especially if we intend to fly again tomorrow. Okay, so my proposal then would be that we set up the trap Greshy described. We try to medicate ourselves, and we stay at the top of the cliff where we can
You really want to just wait here all day and see what happens? I mean, perhaps you and Rock can at least fly out and scout a bit.
then once we've got everything prepared, we'll do some scouting and see if they're coming.
So if you think they're really going to come, that's fine. But I just don't know that they'd catch us.
I imagine they'd be here if they're coming probably late in the day. Like they were probably about a half a day ahead of us, and they would have had almost a full day travel to get here, because we wouldn't have made it here tonight without if we were on foot, or we would have made it at the end of the night if we had our boost from traveling very well.
All right. Well, let me go ahead and set this up first, and then we'll go.
I will say that
Do have a pit of lava.
Asher was correct in remembering that when you saw the camp, it was 1 to 2 days. They were there 1 to 2 days before you guys. Yeah.
Oh,
It was.
I remember it being
explicitly
hard
1
to
day.
tell.
It was hard to
I
tell.
thought it was
the
a half
wall was
day
not
to
good.
1 day. I thought it was
Asher
a
wasn't
half
sure.
day to 1 day.
So they might have already gone through. Then is what is possible here. Then.
Yeah, so it could be, if it was 2 days, then it could be that group that we've seen go went on past here already. In which case,
I'm happy to expend some spells to set up a trap just in case, but I don't think sticking around is worth it then.
all right, well, how about you guys set up the trap, and Rock and I go looking down the road a bit from high up to see if anyone's coming this way.
How long will that take to set up a trap between Greshy and I?
Phelan
What are
might
you
be able to
guys
help a bit as
doing?
well. So I want to set up a number of rocks in such a way that there is a wall blocking off part of the stairs, and behind it are boulders. If that makes any sense.
Wall of stone can be 120 feet long,
Aye, and 20 feet high.
20 feet high.
Okay.
So in theory, we could set up, say, something, and this is just me spitballing. We could set something up right here, and that could be a wall.
So
And
up
actually,
at
I could
the
even
next
have it
landing.
snake right, and then I could even have it snake down a bit, like say that, and then that, and there would be 2 sets of walls there, and we could set up boulders between the 2 walls on the stairs, and then one at the top, or the more boulders at the top. Basically, they'd have to break. The idea would be that they'd break through the wall, and rocks would start pouring out.
Down
because
They
our
break
walls-
through a
stairs.
small
Are the walls?
section and see the rocks.
The walls are 1 inch thick,
But how tall are they?
up
20
to
feet.
20 feet tall.
Did you also have a shape stone today?
I have 1.
Yes,
Combine
Will and
that
Adam
in.
have been Freaky Friday'd. Sorry, Will and yeah, Will and Adam.
I had to close and come back in, unfortunately, for this to work. So I do have 1 shape stone today, but it's only a cube of feet 10 feet across or smaller that I can
I have a
fix.
question about the physics of the rocks.
Mm-hmm.
So are you gonna, if you crack it, rocks don't just like a sheet of rock, a wall of rock, if you were to like punch through a ceiling in a castle that there are boulders on top of, a chunk is going to come out of the ceiling, but not all the boulders might fall down. How are you going to make all the whole thing open up with like a few hits?
Once they
You make
break
a
it
hit.
enough, it should lose its integrity. And I mean,
Shouldn't they
because
see
it's
the boulders before that happens though, if they're against
They
the wall?
might, and if they do, that means they would have to take extra precaution to not be
Yeah,
inundated with
that's true.
boulders.
So it just take longer.
and they'll
I
have
see.
to
Either
do
way.
that twice
Mhm.
in order to get through.
So just okay, I see.
So either we delay them or we hurt them or both.
How do I help with this? Is a lot of boulders.
We gotta move rocks.
Yeah, how strong is Asher?
I'm not that strong.
He's
I could
I
be an
will pass-
animal and push
I will
them
pass
around.
Asher. Oh, that works too. Or I could pass Asher a lifting belt while we go scouting.
That also works. Either way works.
You activate it like this, and then you can lift. You should be able to lift one of these.
Okay, then I
With
have
no effort.
thumbs when I do that versus no thumbs.
And that will
That's
probably
easier.
help a lot with making sure that the wall doesn't break unintentionally.
Yes.
Okay, so
Cool.
Gunn passes, unbuckles the lifting belt and passes it over to Asher.
I'll be
Who
so
then
strong.
Wraps it around his waist and pulls and tightens the buckle, maybe a little bit too tight.
Never
Okay.
worn a
Also,
belt before.
I'll also go to Greshy and give him a lay on hands to give him back 36 hit points.
Oh, well, I appreciate that. Thank you.
Without having to use up your resources.
Well, I'm gonna need to use some of them anyway, but I do appreciate that.
And then I'll hop back onto Rock, and we will head to the sky.
Caca.
All right, you fly off to the
sky.
south, past these massive statues flanking the stairs, and off the screen.
Yeah.
Okay,
Is that the angry lady? The statue?
you look over it, Asher, having noticed the statues, you look over and see them. No, it's not the angry lady. It is a tall
Oh,
man.
Angry man.
Wielding some kind of glaive. His facial features are kind of weathered from the stone.
Who's
He
the
is
glaive guy?
wielding a massive
Karzook.
book. Yes, you remember the name Karzug.
Oh, he's hideous. What's that? Is the other statue the same?
The other statue seems to be the same. It is
Oh.
just very weathered and broken from
No head.
from the ages, while the one on the west side is more or less fully intact.
Oh, is this the guy with the weird hand?
Weird hand.
Does he have like a little claw? Fingers? Or
Yeah,
maybe
he
just
seems
has
to
weird
have.
fingers.
Yeah, he seems to have either very pointy fingers or claws or something going on.
Cool.
The statue is
He's the-
quite big and
Oh.
old and weathered.
He's the greedy one. So these are the greedy stairs.
Asher
So
takes
Rock
note
and
of
I
it.
should be able to hustle since we haven't hustled today. And that means we can go... I think if we go south for up to an hour, we'd be able to hustle back in 30 minutes.
Okay. And what are you? Well, let me deal with what Greshy's up to.
Fair
Or
enough.
what they're all doing.
Yeah,
So,
good idea.
Okay, so you guys are putting together a trap.
Hi.
With I guess this will mostly be Asher's doing, with a bit of assistance from Phelan.
Yay.
Phelan can kind of hold rocks in place on the stairs, or like brace himself against the stairs for Asher to place rocks. But how are you? So you're casting Wall of Stone. Are you doing that first or second, or
I
How's
would
that
actually
working?
do that first to start with.
okay?
I think that would. I am assuming the rocks aren't going to just necessarily break through the stone right away. It would probably
You're-
be easier to kind of push them off the side cliffs here
If we're
into-
placing them, yeah, rather than...
into the little cavern that we've created. So I've drawn, and it's not something that listeners can see, but there's a little boxy square on this that allows for one side to be open that you can put rocks into.
Are you able to
Rectangle.
curve it like that?
Believe so. Let me double check the language on it, but I'm pretty sure I was able to. Wall of Stone is a 5th level spell.
Yeah, it seems like it. Sure.
Yeah, you can shape the walls
Unbroken
past
spaces.
placing each feet on the wall of the border between squares.
Maybe get a bunch of rocks and put them in the space there first on the stairs.
If we can keep them in place on the stairs, I would do that.
Oh,
we
you
can't,
have to do it all at once.
when I cast the spell, the wall is made.
Yeah, when
I
you cast the
see.
spell, the
Okay.
walls come up.
So that's where it would probably be easier to put the walls in place first, and then to put the rocks in. So
Do we have to go all the way up top, or the rocks up top already?
The rocks are not up. Well, there's some rocks up top over here.
Oh, that's the wrong side.
You'd be able to walk out from this landing.
Okay.
You can kind of push the rocks over and around.
All right. That seems fine.
So you just kind of fill this thing up with a bunch of boulders.
Yeah. Get in there, boulders.
All right.
Yeah. They look like little onions.
Yeah, kind of.
delicious.
They're gonna
onions.
cry so much when they open this.
And then we put more just lining the top here as well.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
So there are
Double.
multiple layers of rocks.
Yeah, because the whole thing's actually angled down the hill, right?
Mm-hmm. We're on a landing right here, so I don't think this part would roll so much, but at least along the wall itself.
It could if you made the wall, like if the wall was angled and you were putting them
Oh,
on
that's
the
actually
wall.
a fair point. So that the walls are kind of at it. So if the stairs are going downward, the walls are actually shooting out at a 90-degree angle to the stairs. If that makes any sense.
Give me a nature check.
Okay.
You're getting fancy with the spell.
All right. That's a 34.
Okay. Yeah. You're able to. You can't quite angle it that hard, but yeah, you are able to angle it a little bit and kind of lean the rocks up against it.
Okay, that'll work. Look, it says I
Okay.
can form a bridge out of the thing, so I assume.
Yeah, it's like a simple curved bridge. Like it's nothing, or even just like a straight thing. It doesn't
That's
give you
fine.
guardrails.
No, fair enough.
Sorry.
It's not an artisan crafting experience.
But it
That's-
could be.
I do have crafting.
Make it pretty,
I'm an
Greshy.
expert in crafting, in fact. So, anyway. But it gives us enough that we can line some extra stones on top as well. So now there's 2 layers that they have to break through that are
Okay.
covered in rocks.
And if they have captives, the captives will get crushed as well. Cool.
A little bit. Depends on how they arrange
No! It's onions. They'll just cry.
The large, solid, onion-like stones.
Squishy
Will-
onions tumbling down the hill.
Okay, so yeah, you set up this trap. Meanwhile, Gunn, you go flying out to the south a little ways to try and. So how far up are you flying? What are you doing?
I mean, probably at least 500 feet or 1,000 feet. And we are probably going to be doing a little bit of a zigzag, heading down back the way we would have come, or that we expected them to come.
Okay, and you don't have anything like a spyglass or goggles or anything like that.
Nope,
To
just
aid in
eagle
vision.
eyes.
Okay, so we're relying mostly on Rock's vision here.
Let me see. Other than that, I have my cloak, so that if I see something suspicious, my plan is to turn invisible, and then Rock can go a little bit closer to, like maybe close enough to count how many there are.
Yeah, pull a reverse Wonder Woman.
Yes, the reverse Wonder Woman.
Okay. Cool. So I guess give me a perception check then from Rock's POV. Because you looking down that far is... I mean, you could roll as well. It's just a pretty severe penalty.
All right. Well, let's see. Rock has a bonus of 19, and we're going to spend a hero point to reroll that.
Okay.
That natural one that he got. Might be worth it to even add the full bonus to that. I think I will. I'm going to
Okay.
add
Burn your fate points.
fate points and
That's
reroll.
10.
So that reroll gave him a 30, so that gives him a 40
Okay.
to search.
All right. So you fly southward, take up really high into the air, and have Rock look out with his eagle eyes to see what he can see. And about how long are you going to be out there?
I think we could travel this way for at least 30 minutes.
Okay. So you scout the area, just looking for signs of anything. I guess, what do you ask Rock to look for?
Those giants. Where are the giants?
Okay. All right. Yeah. You fly southward, away from the stairs a bit, towards the sort of untamed hilllands of the just south of the Storval Plateau. And while Rock spots many things, eventually he does spot, I guess after about 10-15 minutes or so, he makes a sound and kind of nudges you to get a closer look, and seems to have spotted some specks moving down over by a tributary of the Lampblack River.
Okay. I have 2 charges of invisibility that last 10 minutes, so I'll use one, and we can go a little closer.
Okay. You fly down closer towards the river, and give me a perception check yourself.
Okay. I have a 32.
Okay. You can see what look like a group of 3 giants, each of them with carrying large but empty sacks over their shoulders, making their way westward. They're approaching the Lampblack River and seem to be getting ready to wade through it.
Empty sacks. And they're going through the river. They couldn't possibly go up somewhere else. Even Gargan seemed to be saying that would have been unreasonable, that no giant would really try it.
These are 3 stone giants, if I didn't specify that.
Mm-hmm. I will say let's fly back up and continue to track them a little while. Do they cross the river?
Yeah, it looks like they're very intentionally crossing the river.
Once they do they turn at all, or do they just keep going?
It takes them a while to ford the river. They've found a shallow part, and are crossing
And
over large
whereabouts?
boulders and kind of stepping through the water a bit, and then eventually make it to the other side.
Is it right here?
Yeah. Just a mile or 2 to the southwest.
From the stairs?
Yeah. And they will continue. They seem to be actually, give me a survival check. Yeah, survival.
Okay.
Okay, easy.
At 27.
You look up at the sun to get your bearing on direction. And yeah, it looks like they're heading southwest, in the direction of, as you recall, Roderick's Cove.
Okay.
Obviously not like, you don't know if they're going there specifically,
Right,
but
right.
that is the general direction of Roderick's
All
Cove.
right. We'll go back to the main course and see if there's anything else we can see. So if they're going that way, then they're not really our concern right now. Someone else will have to deal with them.
Okay.
Maybe the were-ravens of Ravenmoor.
So sorry, you that would be
go
about
ahead.
your 30 minutes of hanging out and tracking
All right.
them. Do you want to
Let's-
go back to the party, or are you still
Let's
hanging around the air?
spend another 15 minutes flying back a little bit further south. And looking and searching and see if we can see anything else. And if not, we'll hustle our way back up, and hustling back should be half the time.
Okay. Yeah, taking a look at or watching out for any other travel through the lightly wooded hillside. You don't manage to find. You do spot one or two more just like hill giants by themselves. But you don't see any large group of stone giants, and certainly not making their way obviously in this direction.
Okay. We'll hustle back to the group and tell them that we haven't seen anyone. Saw one group heading off towards Roderick's Cove, perhaps thinking to go around. Couldn't possibly guess why, but they didn't have any prisoners. They weren't hauling the stone. Well, we already think the stone's up ahead. But so having spent about an hour doing that, maybe an hour 15, I guess that should be. Guess we should keep going.
Okay. How is our beautiful wall?
Yeah, your
Oh,
wall
nice.
trap is good and done by now.
It's artisanal.
Right. Would I
Yeah,
have
your
had time
artisanal wall
to
trap.
accumulate some focus points if I wanted to?
Yes, you would have.
Okay. Well, I would hit Phelan with heal, just to bring him up a bit. That one. With a ridiculous amount of healing, 33 plus 48
Wow.
is like 82. So
33
he's
and
no, that's like
48.
85.
Yeah, 81,
So he's
81.
full.
81.
81. Math, numbers. So he's full. I'm pretty confident. So he's feeling better. That's good. And then I would also spend some time just bandaging myself up a bit. We'll do an expert's medicine check on myself. So DC 20, if I recall.
Okay.
And that's a 34.
34
So
is
that should be
a
a
critical
success.
success. Sorry, that was
Plus
the
10.
expert check. 48 plus 10.
Perfect. All right, so 30 hit points for myself. Now that I've wrapped some of the bandages around myself, kind of split up some places where the rock hit a bit harder than I would have liked. Uncomfortable, but I seem to be doing all right. And now, as Gunn gets back, I guess we're gonna leave. Let's start making our way towards the Organ Fist, I suppose.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. With
Also,
oh yeah.
I'm pondering in my little brain about these stairs.
You have an
Okay.
idea?
Yeah, as you guys
No,
start to
it's
make
not.
your
It's
way
not a
walking
cool
up the stairs.
idea. Just because like Karzug is here. These are. I'm gonna call them the greedy stairs because he's the greed guy. But I wonder if there's like a place. I don't know where I'm going with this. There's different. I feel like there's different parts. There's the Wrath Lady over there, and he's here at the stairs, and this is where they're bringing greedy people. But I guess they also killed greedy people in the other place. But I wonder if there's like a
Turtleback ferry, but-
huge.
Turtleback is not actually all that far from here.
Yeah. I wonder if there's like little sections where you can sacrifice people and get more power. That's my only thought. It wasn't that cool. I said it out loud.
So,
Is it a territorial thing?
no, hang on. So you're saying that sacrificing greedy people brings power to the greed Runelord?
Mm-hmm.
That it is some part of their... Some power is derived from that sin, virtue, whatever you want to call it?
I don't
And
know
that
if it's like
the
a
territory of-
religious thing. Yeah, or the territory.
The territory of greed could be in, if you pull up your map of Varisia, our map of Varisia. Perhaps this center area around Storval and
You guys can feel free to mark the map if you want.
the stairs and the... Oh, I see.
Ignore that. I was just... Oh, shit. Why did I do that?
Yeah, I can
So what you're saying, Asher, is that perhaps... Do we have a circle tool? me
If
find
you
it.
hold
Square.
down,
If you select
Alt as
square
you
and then
draw.
hold Alt as you draw, it makes a circle.
Right.
Okay. Perhaps
Oh,
something like this is the territory of greed,
mm-hmm.
and then this is wrath or something like that.
Yeah, I'm not sure because I don't remember. The dam was one of these big things, wasn't it? I don't remember seeing a statue there. Was there a statue there?
You did not see any statues, but you did find a lot of the Sahedron rune all about.
Mhm.
It seems of similar construction to these stairs, to the various other ruins you've seen of Thassalon.
I wonder if they had their own little sections.
We are over time by a good amount.
Mm-hmm.
Just letting you know. And also, I deleted my token.
I was wondering.
I was trying to delete the shape.
I'm going to blame... I'm going to blame Adam for deleting the group token, and it wasn't me at all.
Wait, you've deleted the group token? What are you guys doing?
I'm
right.
trying
I
to
don't know
delete
how to
shapes.
get rid of my square.
I was not expecting that. It was an accident.
Well,
Didn't mean to.
in that case, I think we're done for the night. These are good things to think about. We will come back to these thoughts next time on Third Action. Sorry, I didn't want to interrupt what I think is an interesting discussion. But yeah, we should go ahead and call it for the evening. Thank you everybody for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the little stair fight, little backward stair fight as it happens. Will's glasses are so distracting. Anyway, you can find us every Monday night at 8:30 p.m. Pacific time at twitch.tv/thirdaction. Otherwise, youtube.com/thirdaction or the podcast feeds of your choice. Pick them as you like, and give us some likes and reviews and favorites and hearts, and message me on Twitter and say what a beautiful, loving, caring, and kind DM I am. And
Yeah.
who knows, maybe I'll be your DM someday. That's it. Good night, everybody.
Good night.